Hey guys, welcome back to Ball Cap Sports. So the Astros received their penalty today, and it was a doozy. So the 2017 season, they were accused of stealing signs. Major League Baseball did their investigation, and they found them guilty as hell. They have hit them with fines, suspensions, forfeitures of draft picks, everything you can think of, short of stripping them that 2017 title. Here's everything that they got hit with. So, manager A.J. Hinch, 1 year, out, suspended. GM Jeff Luhnow, out, 1 year, suspended. They forfeit their first and second round picks for the next 2 seasons, and they were hit with a $5 million fine. That's the max fine that is allowed. Their former assistant GM, Brandon Taubman, has been placed on baseball's ineligible list. So, 2017, we've all seen the pictures and heard the videos with the banging of the garbage can and everything. But 2017 Astros, 101-61, won the World Series 4-3. They were trending in the right direction. They were a good team before this. 84-78 the year before that. It had been the turnaround from back in the early 2012, 13. They were losing 100 games, and they were starting to right the ship. And now the last 3 years, they've won 100 games each year, 101, 103, and 107. So a lot of people are scratching their heads thinking, is this just the team? They're known for stealing signs. They did it in the playoffs this year, but to what degree were they stealing signs? What technology were they using to steal signs? So they get hit pretty hard. Let's read the statement from MLB, some of the rulings here. At the beginning of the 2017 season, Astros employees' video replay review room began using the live game feed from the center field camera to attempt to decode and transmit teams' sign sequences for when an Astros runner was on second base. Once the sign sequence was decoded, a player in the video review room would act as a runner to relay the information to the dugout. And a person in the dugout would notify the players in the dugout or signal the sign sequence to the runner on second base, who would decipher the catcher's signal and signal the batter from second base. Early in the season, Alex Cora, the Astros bench coach, began to call the replay review room on the replay phone to obtain sign information. It goes on. Approximately 2 months into the 2017 season, a group of players, including new Mets head coach Carlos Beltran, discussed that the team could improve on the decoding system, stealing opposing teams' signs and communicating the signs to the batter. Cora arranged for a video room technician to install a monitor displaying the center field camera feed immediately outside of the Astros dugout. This is where we get into the whole garbage can shenanigans. Witnesses have provided largely consistent accounts of how the monitor was utilized. One or more players watched the live feed of the center field camera on the monitor, and after decoding the sign, a player would bang a nearby trash can with a bat to communicate the upcoming pitch type to the batter. This is fascinating to me. I mean, we thought this is what they were doing. The pictures that we've seen of them running from the dugout back to the clubhouse with the setup there, right? Like it was all like, really? And with the video of you could hear the banging. It's just, this is amazing to me. Witnesses constantly describe this new scheme as player-driven, and with the exception of Cora, non-player staff, including individuals in the video replay review room, had no involvement in the banging scheme. So we have the players and Cora. Hinch had to know what was going on, right? However, witnesses made it clear that everyone proximate to the Astros dugout presumptively heard or saw the banging. In addition to the players using a monitor installed near the dugout to decode signs, employees in the Astros replay review room continued to decode sign sequences using the monitors in the room and communicate those sequences to the dugout for use when a runner was on second base. So, wow. And Rob Manfred coming down hard. But while no one can dispute that Luhnow's baseball operations department is an industry leader in analytics, it is very clear to me that the culture of the baseball operations department, manifesting itself in the way its employees are treated, Remember the story about Asuna and all that, its relationship with other clubs and its relationship with the media and external stakeholders has been very problematic. So, Astros, time to get your together, because this looks really bad. This looks bad. This taints everything. Sports fans are still holding Spygate over the Patriots, still calling them cheaters. How do you think this is going to go? Because they lost a draft pick. They had a little fine. In this one, the coach is out for the year. The GM's out for the year. They're getting the maximum fine in dollars. They're losing draft picks for 2 years. They lost 4 draft picks for this. This is this is not a slap on the wrist. This is they've been put in jail. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Go directly to jail. Astros really taking this one on the chin. This one's heavy. So, again, let's recap the penalties here. Manager A.J. Hinch, gone for the year. The GM, Jeff Luhnow, gone for the year. 4 picks, first and second round picks, the next 2 drafts. That is going to hurt. The $5 million fine, the max allowable, I kind of wonder, how high would they have gone? They're really sending a message here. And Brandon Tallman's on baseball's ineligible list, so goodbye. They take this one. They deserve it. They cheated. They got caught, and they were messy about it. I mean, sign stealing in baseball has always been around. But when you start using technology, when you start putting cameras in center field and you got somebody off on the side and you're communicating, that's different. If you're out and you're in the field of play and between the lines and you pick something up that a pitcher's tipping his pitches, or you figure out that every time the third base ump rubs his nose that a steal is on, that's one thing. But if you're watching the video, if you're watching the broadcast that the rest of us are watching and using that information, that's where you got to draw the line. I don't like it at all. So the Astros get hit pretty severely today. Deserved. We'll see how this impacts their 2020 season. The players are going to be back. But listen, if we see this team go from the juggernaut it's been, a 100-win team each of the last 3 years, to an 85-win team this year, scratch out everything we've seen for the last 3 years. And thank God the Nats won the World Series this year against this team. I mean, they were doing it. We heard it. We heard the banging. So Astros get hit pretty hard. Good job by Manfred. Good job coming down hard and setting an example, because there have been teams that have been accused of this before, but they had no proof. The sign stealing using technology, there's no proof for it. But the Astros got caught. They got caught badly. A lot of guys out now, and we'll, again, see how it impacts the 2020 season. So that is the latest. Just happened this afternoon, Monday afternoon, the 13th. See how it impacts the Astros moving forward.